What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Hakkenden Season 2, Episode 11. And this episode starts off with Aoi, or Sosuke's shadow, standing on top of a building. And he says something that really stands out as the episode goes on. He is saying that are people noticing that these roads are going to start changing. And later on, we actually realize what he means by that. Because throughout this episode, we just see Sosuke having all these problems, and during this talk with Ryo, we actually confirm that even though he's not there in person, Sosuke's shadow is getting stronger, which means that he can take stuff from the real person's body. So far, he already took his left eye and his arm, which is why he did not feel any injuries when he gets hurt. But let me go back to the beginning, because at first, Shino and Sosuke, they are back in the capital, and they actually take Shinobu. I forgot his name, but he one of those demon brothers, and he's gonna stay at the inn for a little bit. And we see all of the bead all the bead holders are together now, and they have all the beads except for Sosuke, which you all know got stolen from Shino thanks to his shadow. But we actually see that Daikaku, who was very normal at first, he was like a normal person at first, he actually gets a power, which is called an evil eye, and he got that power from that cat that he took care of. And I gotta say, Daikaku's power is actually pretty cool. I like the evil eye because what he can do with it is pretty awesome. But I'm hoping that he's able, to take down some high-level demons, because we all know that those shadow eaters are basically, the lowest of the low ranks when it comes to being a demon. So maybe, or being a spirit. So maybe he can take on some high-level spirits, but he has to get stronger first, But I love the way that they were all freaking out when he first shot off that eye. And Hajime's brother, his reaction was hilarious, because even when he covered it up, he was still freaking out. But they all had some interesting wishes when it comes to, I believe her name was Princess Fuse, because she is the one that will grant them all their wishes, because they are the 8 dog warriors, but they're not just in human form, One of them wanted money, the other one wanted to be able to talk to girls, which is Hajime's brother, and Genpachi. His wish was the weirdest one, because he wanted Shino to grow up soon, and that right there was kind of creepy, because even his brother gave him this weird looking stare. But Kino, he is very perceptive, because he is the one that had noted Sosuke could not see out of his left eye before anybody else. Even though Shino spent all this time with him, he failed to notice, but Kino recognized it, so quickly that it goes to show you how perceptive he is. But then back when he was talking to Ryo, he also noticed that he could not see out of his eye, and he knew what the problem was. And sadly, since Sosuke isn't going out there, taking spirits and making them his own power, he's losing this fight greatly to his shadow. So I am wondering, how can he overcome this and go back to being this main person that we all know? But Shino finally realized it, and sadly, there's not much he can do, because even Sosuke said it's not his problem. Because if Sosuke doesn't know what to do, and this right here is his own shadow, then what can Shino do? And I doubt that Shino can kill him, because maybe if Sosuke's shadow dies, then the real one can die, because they have to be complete. I'm pretty sure that's the case, so maybe that's why they can't die just yet. But then, what's his name? Oh, no, but before that, Shikage actually came to get Shino, because Ayane, she's sick, and Shikage is so overprotective that she won't let her do anything, but luckily she let Shino come there and talk to her, and they had this little talk about his time in school, because Ayane had always wanted to go, but since her body is so weak, Shikage won't let her. So they talked a little bit, and of course, they had caught up. And what else? I will say this. I would love to see Ayane more as a character, just because she's like very unique, especially appearance wise. But I'm pretty sure like Shikage won't let that happen. But maybe because of Shino's words, we will see her more. Because it's like she said, if she wants to go to school, she can. No one said that she had to have like a perfect attendance record. So maybe she will start going. She'll like start going to school. But then we have Master Finnegan, who I still don't trust to this day. But he actually stopped by to check on Ayane, which I call BS. But of course, Sosuke and that fox boy, they were able to deal with him. And when Finnegan had passed Shino, what he said about his mother like was very surprising, because I also wonder how in the world can this guy know Shino's mother. And I still think that like Shino's mom is the woman that had like killed everybody and destroyed their village. Oh, and speaking of the princess, we actually learned that there was another one as well. I believe her name was Princess Tamazusa, and her path, it was just so horrible, because she had to give up one of her kids, and she gave up the sickest one because she knew that he didn't have much time to live. But rather than him living out his life, they had killed him, very quickly, which to me was like so messed up. I really don't think that little kid, deserves something like that. But when her older brother found out what happened, he took his own life. So she lost everything, and we all know with that she fell into despair. So I am interested in what princess is Sosuke Shadow talking about, because most likely, since these beads like all on together, because he has that duty bead, then maybe it is the other princess that will awaken. So I am wondering like which one will it be, because at the end of the series, it's possible that after they deal with this other princess, the real one, Princess Fuse, she can awaken and grant their wishes. So I'm definitely like curious about that. But then once Finnegan spoke to Shino and he passed out thinking about his mother that he couldn't remember, he actually woke up with Ryu and he was like singing some song. And we learned that Shino has a brother, and for some reason Shino told his brother this song, but it was the wrong lyrics, and Ryu knew that. So now I'm kind of thinking, what if Shino and Ryu are brothers? Which means that Shino, not only does he have that sword inside him, but he's also a high level demon because of his bloodline. So I am wondering like, why did Ryu know those messed up lyrics? Because maybe they are brothers, or maybe when Ryu took away his memories, he looked into them and learned stuff from it. So I'm very interested about that. I do want to know what's going on, because this episode left you with like so many memories, and then we learned that as long as you're like a chosen bead holder, you won't die. And then we see Sosuke collapsing, and his mark it faded away and appeared on the shadow. So now I'm thinking that the real Sosuke, that he could be dead, or he is dying, because we all know that because he's a bead holder, he will like save from his wounds that he suffered long ago. So I am wondering like, is he dead or is he like close to dying? Because now they have no choice but to deal with his shadow, because if they don't, then the Sosuke that we're all familiar with and have known throughout this series is gonna be gone for good. But overall, this episode, it was definitely an eye-opener, because his shadow made some pretty big moves, like taking so much stuff from him, and now he wants more, because he's not satisfied with this. He wants to devour everything. But as always, guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And as always, you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time. There was something that I forgot to mention it in my review that I want to talk about a little bit more. And this picture on Tumblr that I just came across, it just built up on this idea that I have that Shino and Ryu are really brothers, because there was this one moment that we saw a flashback because of what Shino said to Ayane that he'll come back tomorrow, we see Shino's being sick and Sosuke is taking care of him. And that right there made me realize that what if Shino and Ryo are Princess Tamazusa kids, but they are just like reborn, you know, because Shino he was very sick when he was younger, and Ryu has as like in his series has always been taking care of him like an older brother. So that right there, you know, could make sense that those two are related. And this princess could be the one that's going to come back. And she could also be the one that had killed, you know, or tried to kill Shino and wiped out this village. So let me know what you guys think, because like that, like this picture just made so much sense, and I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. So let me know what you think in the comments below.